Welcome everyone to Strength Training for Seniors. Today, we're actually going to be on the mat for the whole class. So we'll do our warm-up first, and then you'll want your mat. You'll also want your dumbbells nearby. We are going to be focusing on the core, but we've got a couple exercises thrown in there too. So have your water nearby too, and your playlist ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and start our warm-up. Let me get my music going. I've got a little beat here. That did not work. Hold on. All right, here we go. Maybe technical difficulty. All right, there we go. All right, here we go with the warm-up. Let's just start with a nice, easy march. And then we're going to add a shrug. So we'll begin to warm up the upper body. Good, one more here. Then bring the arms forward and back. Two more. And then we'll bring the arms up to shoulder height and in and out. Good, one more here. Come back to your marching. And let's shrug it out. And then arms in and out. And bring them up to shoulder height. And then down. And then forward and back. I forgot that the first time. Good. All right, let's come back to center. Little march here. And then we're going to go out, out, in, in. Not real wide, but just starting to warm up those hips. Good. Come back to center, and then we're going to tap out to the side. Good. Now, as you tap to the side, you're going to add a shoulder roll. Good. Once more each side. Then you're going to reach across as you tap. Good. Once more each side. Then reach it up as you tap. Good. Once more each side. Come back to your march. And then out, out, in again. In, in. Good. Come back to center and tap to the side. Good. Next time you tap, roll that shoulder. Good. Once more each side, and then you're going to reach across. Good. Once more here, then reach it up. Good. Then come back to center, your little march again. And then we're going to do some toe taps. So just tap out in front. And then come back to center and do an alternating knee lift. And then we're going to do a double knee. And again. Keep going, 2 more. And once more here and left. And then 4 times. 2, 3, 4 and left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat on the right. 2, 3, 4 and left. Good. Back to center. As you march it out, come into some heel taps. Good. Once more each side, and then we're going to go into a leg curl. Let's see. Let's do our, pull those elbows back as you curl the leg. Good. Once more each side, back to center. Bring that left leg down. Squat. Sweep those arms up. Good. Once more. Good. Come back to center. Walk those feet in. Come back to your toe tap. Good. Once more each side, and then alternating knee lift. And then a double knee. Once more each side. And then 4. Good. And left. Back to center, heel taps. Good. And then a leg curl. Pull those elbows back. Good. Once more each side. Keep those legs wide. Squat it out. Good. Last one. Good. All right. Back to center. Grab a drink. Go ahead and roll out your mat. All right. So, just gonna roll that mat out. Now, if you'd like, you can even take your shoes and socks off, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just used to being on the mat without my shoes and socks on. And I think you can get a little better range of motion in your ankle and stuff without the shoes. But it's totally up to you. If you want to keep your shoes on, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to start in probably the best overall core, back, body toning, and that's a plank. So let me show you your options. You can do a plank on your hands. You're going to curl your toes and then lift your hips. The arms are right underneath the shoulders. So you can stay here, or you can come down on the forearms, extend the legs, keep your knees on the mat and just lift the hips, or curl your toes, lift the hips and the knees. Now, in any of those three, keep the abdominals tight. A lot of people tell me they start to feel it in the low back. That's because you're letting those abdominals sag a little bit. If you tighten those muscles, that will support the back. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do 30 seconds. We'll take just a couple of seconds, and then we're going to do it again for 30 seconds. If you want to hold it the whole time, go for it. All right, I'm going to do it on my hands because, again, that's normally how I do it. But feel free to come down on your forearms and do, however you normally do a plank. All right, so we're going to look at the clock here. Let's come into our first 30 seconds and begin. Now, remember, tighten those abs. If you do have your hips lifted, so your knees and hips are off the floor, press into the heels. Good. And keep breathing. Let's see, you have about 10 more seconds. Good. All right. Bring the knees down. If you would like to come into child's pose to rest your back, we'll just take about 15 seconds here. Good. All right, here we go. Second 30 seconds. You're just holding for as long as you can. Take a break if you need to. All right, and begin. Good. Continue to breathe. You have about 5 more seconds. Good. All right. Bring those knees down. Come into child's pose. Again, just take a few moments here to relax it out. You can widen your knees, whatever's comfortable. Good. All right. Now from here, if we're on your forearms, just come back to laying on the mat. If you are up like I was, then just lower yourself down on the mat. All right. So for this next one, we're going to stay on our belly. Legs are extended. So just extend the elbows out so that you can put one hand on top of the other. And then you're going to rest your forehead on the back of that top hand. So now we're going to do an exercise for the low back, which is part of your core. So make sure you're mindful if you do have low back issues. So we're going to start by just lifting the right and then the left leg. So alternating the legs. You don't have to lift them real high, but just a little lift and lower. All right, here we go. And begin. You want to keep your abs tight here also. That will help support the low back. Good. Continue to breathe. And again, you don't have to pick the leg up real high. Good. Bring that other leg down and then just rest it out. Just let your heels fall out to the side. Just relax. All right, so for our second round or second set here, you can come back to exactly what we did, alternating legs, or you're going to tighten the abdominals, you're going to press your pubic bone into the mat and see if you can lift both legs. Now this is a little more challenging to the low back, so if you have low back issues, just stay with the alternating leg. Okay, here we go. Begin. Good, last one. Good. All right, again, just rest it out. Let those heels fall out to the side. Just completely let go. Good. All right. So now the next one we're going to do, we're actually going to do on our back. So you want to roll over on your back. I'm just going to switch around so I can see the clock basically. But just rolling on your back, and make sure your dumbbells are close by. So for this first one, it's called the curl up, like a modified crunch. You can hold a dumbbell, you don't have to. Either way, you're just going to bring your hands to your chest, have the knees bent, feet stay flat on the floor. Now, when you curl up, you want to make sure you're protecting the neck. So I want you to imagine you have an apple or an orange right here on your neck, and so you're going to drop your chin to hold that orange right there, okay? So make sure you keep your neck and